Let's talk about some prospects because I think just really my one gripe about the team is they don't have enough young elite talent for Connor Bedard. But let's go through some of the prospect pool. Maybe the most notable one is Roman Kantsarov, who is still leading the KHL with 21 goals, and he has 14 assists in 32 games, 35 points, first in goals, and he's tied for third in points overall in the KHL. I want to read off something. This is from at Hawks Hockey. So this is players in the KHL at the age of 21 or under, and some of the point production seasons they put up. So the number one right now is Roman Kantsarov with point per game. He has 1.09. Some players that are below him. The next player is Vladimir Tarasenko in 2012, 2013. It was also 21. Had 32 points, 31 games, 14 goals. And then you go down the list, there's just like a bunch of guys that have played one game and then got 1 point in it. And you go all the way down to number 8, it's Kirill Kaprizov in his age 21 season, 18-19, a couple years before he headed over. I think Tarasenko got to the NHL in 13-14. He had 51 points in 57 games. And then Vladimir Tarasenko again, 47 points in 54 games. I mean, if we get anything close to that, that's just a home run of the pick there. I don't know what else there is to say about Roman Kantsarov. He's legitimately might win an MVP in the KHL. I think Metalurg Magnitogorsk is one of the best teams in the KHL, and he's just a driving force for that team at that age. He's playing center for them. He's got an A on his sweater. Man, I hope he gets to Chicago sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, if one of him or Lardis is the top six forward, they're set. If both are top six forwards, then you're laughing. It's that simple.
That is like
Canceroff's developed.
2017 Dallas Stars level of draft right there. Like you hit on your
Yep.
like Stars had Mira Haskin, and I don't think that was a hard pick to mess up. The same with the Connor Bedard pick, but it was what you did with the other picks. They got on Drew Robinson, and yeah, you get Bedard, and then hopefully more Lardis and Kanserov if they can complete your top 6, top 9 grand slam of a draft.
Gaia looks pretty good too, so we'll see what happens there. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's looking to be a great draft, and it's just going to be exciting to see how these players translate to the NHL. And Kansarov's going to be the one that I'm most interested about. I mean, Lardis, I think it's just he's kind of like a Levchinov. Like once he figures out a league, he figures out a league. I mean, the guy's got 22 points this year in the AHL. Um, I joked with you last night. We have two Alex DeBrinkets forming in the prospect pool. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Yeah, they're going to definitely get, like. There's a reason they drafted guys like Nestrasil, who we'll probably talk about in a second, and Mason West, and
Mm-hmm.
Frondell's got more size, and they're probably going to go more size this year. And it's just because they're just going to have a bunch of water bugs on the ice, just torching you. And clearly, so far, it's doing pretty good for them. And you know, not saying that they're doing it right now, but I mean, Ryan Green's not a big guy. Oliver Moore's not a big guy. Frank Nazar's not a big guy, but they play big. And I think that just means so much. Like, we saw it for years with DeBrinket. I mean, he's 5'7", but he plays like the biggest dude on the ice. And that's all that matters. Marty St. Louis did it for years. It doesn't matter how tall you are. It matters how hard how bad you want it. And a lot of these prospects want it bad. So I'm excited to see how they look in the NHL, in the coming 2 years or so.
Mm-hmm. And brought up a bunch of the names I wanted to go through. Nick Lardis, yep. 11 goals, 11 assists in 20 AHL games over point per game. Um, I think he's tied for the team lead in points with Bretzini, and then you just go to the entire AHL. Like this isn't just rookies; this is the entire AHL. He is third in goals, and he's tied for fourth in points. I think with 3 other guys. So he's I don't want to say he's figured out in the AHL because I would like to see a bit more, but man, this is better than I expected he would be.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a tough league to be point a game in. Granted, it's gotten younger over the years. I feel like a lot of prospects are in the AHL right now, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's bleeding the pack, and I feel like every weekend I see a game where he just pops off for like 3 or 4 points. So the
Yeah.
guy knows how to score, and he knows he's got great vision with the puck and scores in bunches. Hawks are going to need players like that.
Did you see the goals that he scored last night? So the first one, he basically scored from the Draisaitl spot on the power play. So
Love
that'll be
that.
a help to this team if he ever gets called up. And then the second goal he scored, I think there was about 3 minutes left in the game, and there was a defenseman at the point trying to make something happen. Nick Larda steps up, like breaks up the puck, and then scores on a breakaway. So it's not him just being a power play merchant and sniping things, which does help. That's going to help at the AHL or at the NHL level, but he can score goals in other ways as well. So yeah, nothing but a promise from Nick Lardis, and I would be curious to see. He's going to be on the team this year. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, a jack of all trades. Figure it, not a one-trick pony.
Mm-hmm. And on to Vaclav Nasherstal, who, again, you don't want to say he's figured out in the NCAA, but I think the better way to put it is he's transitioned nicely because he was pretty inconsistent with Muskegon in the USHL last year, but obviously that size and skill. And his first goal things in college, he has 9 goals, 10 assists in 16 games. And on UMass, he is first in goals and second in points. So he's been a main play driver for that team there. Merrick Van Acker has 23 goals in 23 games, leads the OHL in goals. And shout out to Nathan Bem, who is second in WHL scoring with 16 goals and 25 assists in 26 games.
They keep making demons. And special shout out to Nestor. He leads all freshmen in points right now in NCAA. That's
there
more
you
than
go.
Gavin
Even
McKenna
better
for those keeping track at home. Numbers speak for themselves. That kid been on his wagon for all year. I wanted him in the draft. And, if he even sneaks at any of that upside, oh my God. If we have a 6'6" guy with hands in the top 9, potentially play with a Bedard or be a net front presence on the power play, or God, I think you and I talked about it. If that's a Matt Nyes addition to this team a couple years down the line, in terms of getting him out of college right before the playoffs, fuck, that's going to be so useful. You're talking about a guy who, I'm not saying he's the same player as Bertuzzi, but once you're going to have to replace that type of player eventually, just his offensive upside in the net front could be that. I'm not saying they play the same play style, but 6'6" and fantastic within 8 feet of the net is usually a pretty good combination. So I'm very excited to see Nestor. So I don't think he comes out for another year or two, but
no.
God, he's going to be good.
Yeah, there's no need to rush him, but I mean,
in other words, get him here in March.
Yeah, but I do think there's a scenario where he kind of takes a Sam Renzel leap, and maybe next year, if he has another good season like this, takes maybe even another step. Then maybe next year, next March, April, whatever, we're talking about the Blackhawks signing him and maybe getting a few games in.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, there's no reason to rush.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to bring this up on the last podcast, but I completely forgot. But shout out to Mason West leading his what was it, Edina High School, or was it his college to a championship? Yeah, high school. Awesome.
Now it's on to, I don't know. I forget where he's playing.
I think Minnesota something. I can't remember. There's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, but hockey starts now. In other words, is what I was just trying to say.
Mm-hmm. We'll look that up. Who is he going to be playing for? So he's going to be playing at Michigan State University at 26, 27. Yeah, 2 big boys.
2 future Blackhawks.
Yeah.